Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Friday. It is time for another menu plan and a grocery haul. This week I'd like to say a small Aldi haul, and as far as groceries go, I have a crazy hair here. As far as groceries go, there's not a whole lot, but it was expensive. So I have some Aldi for you, and I also have my ButcherBox. I've gotten this question a lot, and the question is, since we bought the half a pig and we're getting a half a cow and we're also butchering our own chickens, are we still going to be getting our ButcherBox? And right now the answer to that is yes, for the moment. We are going to get our chicken breasts from ButcherBox. When we butcher our own chickens, we generally don't break them down. It just takes a lot of time. And total between the three families, we are doing 45 chickens. So we don't have time to break them down. We like to keep them whole and use them as roasters. So I do like getting my boneless, skinless chicken breasts from ButcherBox. Now, also, like with our pig, we got half a pig. So we only got one rack of ribs. We only got one tenderloin. We only got, a certain amount of meat. So certain things we will run out of. Hence, we could fall back on ButcherBox if we so choose. So yes, for right now, we are keeping our ButcherBox. Now you will see this ButcherBox is just all chicken, because that's what we need right now. We actually are a little low on beef, but I'm trying to build my chicken stock back up. I actually bought some at Aldi. You'll see that in the haul, because we're down to just a couple packages, and we have a very heavy chicken week, so we'll figure it all out. We will. But for now, we are keeping the ButcherBox. We're extending it out. Instead of every 6 weeks, we're extending it longer and things like that. So we'll see how it all shakes out. Maybe we'll end up canceling that. Costco has beautiful organic chicken. Maybe we'll just get it there. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, we are keeping it. That was a big question when I showed the pig. So anyway, this week, let me just, some quick clarification on this week. So as you all know, if you watch my channel, we are a Catholic family, a practicing Catholic family, and this week starts Lent. So what that means for us is on Ash Wednesday, we will fast. We will just have one meal. And then on Fridays during Lent, we abstain from any kind of meat. But as our Lenten sacrifice as a family, one of the things that we do, so during Lent, you're supposed to concentrate on fasting, almsgiving, and prayer. So and fasting does not necessarily mean from food. For many years, I fasted from social media. It can be fasting and abstinence from a whole bunch of different things, but we do fast from, one of the things that we choose to do is fast from food on Fridays. From dinner time on Thursday night, that is our last meal, until dinner time on Friday night, we fast for 24 hours. We are healthy people. We can do that. I would not recommend that to somebody with health problems or things like that, but we are a healthy family and we can do that. Now, the church does require fasting on 2 days. They require fasting on Ash Wednesday and on Good Friday. And the church's fasting and our fasting is a little bit different. Like, the church is like, well, you can have 2 small meals that don't equal 1 meal and then 1 full meal. For us, and for the way we like to fast, if we're fasting, we're fasting. We do drink water, and we do drink black tea or black coffee, but no food. And it's just what we want to do. No judgment on the people that do the way the church says. But for us, 2 small meals that don't equal 1 meal. Oh, so we'll have a yogurt for breakfast. Well, we have yogurt for breakfast sometimes, and that's all we have. So to us, that's a full meal. So, we do what's in our heart, and that is what you have to do when it comes to your Lenten sacrifices. You have to do what you feel in your heart. Now, is it hard to fast for 24 hours? Yes, it is. Do I sometimes feel like I get a headache, I get cranky? Yes, I do. But that's the point of a sacrifice. The point of a sacrifice is to feel something that is not pleasant. So that is why we do that. Like I said, it is a very personal thing that we do. I don't expect anybody else to do it. Like, whether you're Catholic or not, you have to find in your heart what you want to do as your Lenten sacrifice. I don't talk a whole lot about it just because, it's a very personal thing what we choose to do during Lent or give up during Lent. Sometimes I'll mention little things here and there, what we try to do. We definitely, like I said, it's almsgiving, and that doesn't necessarily mean upping our contribution to the church. It can mean a whole lot of things. And alms doesn't necessarily have to be money. We have our time, our talent, and our treasure that we can give. It's prayer, and we definitely increase that over Lent. We have different types of things at church. We have the Stations of the Cross, which Doug will be running this year. Why do I get nervous for my husband? We have Eucharistic adoration and things like that. So, like I said, find what's in your heart. If you do some sort of sacrifice for Lent, search your heart. Find what's in your heart and do that, because that is how you will be most successful and you will get the most out of it. So, long explanation, but that is why you will see some fasting days coming up on my weekly menu. Back in the past, I used to just put something in there because I'm like, oh, well, I'm doing a menu. People need to see a menu. No, you need to see my real life. And that's real life for us those days. So I just wanted to explain that a little bit. I didn't mean to get philosophical or anything, but, we share our lives with you, and we share all our lives with you. So I want you to know why we're doing things and what's in and on our hearts. So there's that. Let me turn you around. Let me show you the menu. And then I will show you the little Aldi haul. And I will show you our boring ButcherBox haul. Chicken. So here we go, friends. Okay, Sunday morning for breakfast, we are going to have waffles and sausage. Doug is the master waffle maker in our house, so he will be home that morning and making those. Lunch, we generally don't do on Sundays, and as long as the weather cooperates, we'll actually be out. We'll be out at a parade. I know it's early, but the St. Patrick's Day parade for the town that Andrew teaches in is a very, very, very Irish town. And his high school will be marching in it, so he is marching in the parade along with our bishops and everything. So more than likely we will go to the parade and then even have lunch. Dinner, we'll throw some steaks on the grill, have some baked potatoes and veg. Monday, Chunky Monkey oatmeal bowl for breakfast, a picky plate for lunch, and sloppy joes and fries and a veg for dinner. Tuesday, eggs and Canadian bacon for breakfast, tuna for lunch, and then Dijon pork loin with potatoes and a veg for dinner. Wednesday will be a day of fasting for us, so we will only eat dinner, and it will be a very simple dinner of asparagus and egg sandwiches. Thursday, breakfast sandwiches in the morning, a picky plate for lunch, and then I'm going to hopefully try to make 2 soups on Thursday. Everyone loves my bean soup. It is an old recipe from one of my mama's old cookbooks, and the broth is fantastic. I don't like the beans, I just like the broth. But Doug actually likes the bean soup, even though he's not a huge bean fan. He's starting to convert. But my brother-in-law loves my bean soup. So I'm going to make a pot of that. Whoever wants to eat it here can. And I will take a nice generous pot down to my brother-in-law. But I'm also going to throw together some chicken noodle soup, which is so easy since I have my home canned broth. Then that way, whoever doesn't want the beans can do the chicken noodle. Friday is another day of fasting for us. Once we eat dinner on Thursday night, we will not eat again until dinner on Friday night. And we're going to have shrimp and or fish tacos. Some of us like shrimp tacos and some of us like fish tacos. So I make a little bit of both and everyone can choose what they like. Saturday morning, we'll have some omelets for breakfast. We won't even clean out the fridge for lunch because we have a birthday party to go to, and we will be eating kind of dinner at the birthday party. We'll probably be eating around 3:30. at the party, so that'll cover us for the day. So that is our menu for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner for the first week in March. Can you believe it? March already. Boy, January and February seem to go so slow, but maybe they really didn't. Let's look and see what we got at Aldi and from ButcherBox. For my Aldi haul, I got a bag of Cosmic Crisp apples, pineapple, russet potatoes, autumn crisp grapes, bananas, onions, asparagus, cabbage, that's for the haluski, celery, and that is it for produce. And then we are almost out of chicken, and we're having chicken 3 times this week. So I picked this up just because, well, we're going to run out. So I think we're going to need, my intention was to not go to Costco, but that is where we like to get our chicken because they have organic chicken for a really great price. I'm going to see about maybe getting my ButcherBox sooner. I don't know. I have to figure it all out. And then I picked up the Swiss and Gruyere and the Black Forest ham. This is for the chicken cordon bleu. I think I'm going to make that Sunday instead of Monday. Or maybe I do have it on Sunday. I don't remember. But I looked at the recipe and, man, it is involved. So this coffee came highly recommended from my niece. She likes the Peru. She didn't like the Honduras. But I think Doug might like this one. So we picked up both of them. It's whole bean. And for 12 ounces, it was $6.69. So fantastic price for organic, fair trade certified whole bean coffee. Picked up some ricotta cheese, not the best ingredients. And Doug ran back and got it for me. I wanted whole milk, not part skim. And that's probably why the ingredients aren't great, because it's part skim, but it's fine. I'm not going to say anything. My goal is to make ricotta for my recipe, but if I don't get to it, I have this. Some kibasi for the haluski. I want to go to our local pork butcher and see if I can purchase kibasi from them. I think there'll be less additives in it, so I need to look into that. And then just picked up 3 frozen vegetables for the freezer. Nice to have on hand when you don't have time to start from scratch. So that is my Aldi haul. It was $73.52. Here is my little boring ButcherBox haul. I say boring because it's pretty much all chicken. So we got the custom small box, which is 6 cuts of meat. So 4 of those cuts I chose as boneless, skinless chicken breast. So that's 12 pounds. And then 2 of the cuts I chose as ground sirloin beef. So that was my 6 cuts. And then as always, we get 2 packs of ground beef free in every box for life. And also a pack of bacon free for life in every box. So that is it. That is my boring little ButcherBox for this month. You know, with just getting the pig, we don't need pork. And we still have a decent amount of cuts of beef. Not a lot of ground beef, but other cuts of beef. And then they'll all be gone by the time the cow comes in June. So just trying to stock up on some chicken right now and get that really stocked up. So that is my little ButcherBox. So friends, that is it. There you have it. That is our menu for the week. That is what we are eating. I think it looks pretty darn good. I am making guac and chips, I believe, to take to Maddie's birthday party. So I will have to plan my grocery shopping accordingly. Because you know, if I went the day before to get avocados to make the guac, they're all going to be hard as rocks. So I'm going to have to go earlier in the week and pick just the right avocados for that. So anyway, that is it. That is all I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. I do so appreciate it. If you know someone who could benefit by this video, please feel free to share it with them. And while you're here, give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe, and I will catch you all in my next video.